Hey there, class. Mr. Prosky here. This is part 2 of 1.5's lesson. Might be good to just kind of try these, write these problems down and try them on your own first. Maybe go one at a time. You know, write down one problem, give it a try, see if you can figure it out, and then I'll go through the answers with you in a second here. Okay? This is important ideas. Rewrite all variables in terms of the other one of the variables. Pick the variable that is being used to describe the other variable as your starting point. So number 1 says let x equal pencils and y equal pens. You buy triple the number of pencils as pens, and you buy 60 pens and pencils combined. Rewrite pencils in terms of pens and solve for how many pens and pencils you bought. Okay, go ahead and pause the video and give this one a try. So we're going to go backwards this year. I go from green to red. We're going to go red to green. We're going to go red to green to red this time. Okay, so it says, let's write down what we know. Pencils equals X. Pens equals Y. How many total did we buy? Looks like we bought total was 60. Okay, now what other information did they give us? It says you buy triple the number of pens or pencils as pens. So it looks like we're using pens to describe how many pencils we bought. So I'm going to write pencils equals, now triple, so it's going to be the triple the number of pens, which is y. How do we do triple? What operation is that? Multiplication is times 3, right? So I'm going to take this y, I'm going to put it over here. We're going to use it to describe, pencils, but we're going to put 3y, right? Because pencils equals triple the number of pens, which is y. Okay? And that's a very important step because we're going to add these up. We have x plus y equals 60, but now I'm going to replace it. We can't solve this. Okay? Why can't we solve this? Because we have two variables, right? We can't solve that. When we solve it, we do solve for x minus y. Now we have x equals 60 minus y. Well, what number is 60 minus y? We don't know, right? That's why we need to get it in terms of the other variables. Now we can replace x with 3y plus y equals 60. Now how do we solve that? What is 3y plus y going to be? That's going to be 4y equals 60. Divide by 4. So y is going to equal 60 divided by 4 is 15. Now it's pens. Then how do we find x? Well, x equals 3y, right? So 3 times 15, which equals 45 pencils. So we got 45 pencils and 15 pens. Does that sound like, is 45 pencils 3 times as many pens? It is, that's correct. Okay, so if I didn't make it clear, you guys should write down these problems and try them on your own first, and then I'll go through the examples in the second here. So work on number 2, and then we'll go through the answer. All right, number 2, let J equal inside hours and K equal outside hours. You worked a total of 45 hours this week, and you worked 3 less than triple as many outside hours as inside hours. Write your hours in terms of inside hours and solve for how many of both inside and outside hours you worked. Yeah, I'm not sure if these problems are all written correctly, but the rewrite pens in terms of pencils. That should be fine, but we should be good. Anyways, so J equals inside hours, so we have inside equals J, outside equals K, and we had a total, which equals what, 45? Okay, now what information did they give us? It says you worked 3 less than triple as many outside hours as inside hours. So again, right here, remember as pens? We're going to use, when we use as pens, we're going to use that as our, that's y, right? We're going to use that, that's our, I'm going to put use this. If it's as whatever, that's what you're going to use as your starting point. So inside hours, we're going to use this. This is going to be J. Okay? So I'm going to use J to describe K. All right, now what is 3 less than triple? So I'm going to use, so outside hours is going to be J, but it's going to have some stuff around it, right? So it's going to be 3 less, so 3 less would be minus 3, right? Then triple as many outside hours. So I'm going to put 3J minus 3. All right? Because, like I said before, we had J plus K equals 45. but we can't solve that with two variables. We need one variable. So that's what we did. We took j and we replaced, or we took k and we replaced it with j. We took, because k is 3 times as many j's minus 3, right? So that helps us here. So now we can do j plus k, which is 3j minus 3 equals 45. Add these up, add these like terms. 4j minus 3 equals 45 plus 3. 4j equals 48. Divide by 4. J equals what? 12? 12 inside. And then we can take what we found, we can use k equals 3 times inside hours minus 3. That's 36 minus 3, 33 outside hours. Okay? All right, 2 more to go. Go ahead and try number 3 on your own. All right, let A equal grapes and B equal blueberries. You eat 62 grapes and blueberries, and you ate 2 more than half as many blueberries as grapes. So we're going to use grapes to define our blueberries, right? So we have grapes equals A, blueberries equals B, and we get a total equals 62. So again, we're using, it says you ate 2 more than half as many blueberries as grapes. So we're using grapes to define blueberries, right? So we're going to write blueberries is going to equal half, 2 more, so 2 more is plus 2. Now half as many blueberries is going to be 1/2 of A. Right? So 2 more than half as many blueberries as grapes. So we're defining, so this is 2 more than half as many grapes, or blueberries as grapes. We're using grapes to define blueberries. Okay? Yeah, so we're describing, we're saying this is how many blueberries we had, and we had 2 more than half as many grapes as blueberries. Okay? Or blueberries as grapes. All right, so we're going to fold in now. We have A plus B equals 62. A plus B was 1/2. A plus 2 equals 62. A plus 1/2 A is going to be 3/2 A, right? Or 2/2 A plus 2/2 A plus 1/2 A is 3/2 A minus 2. 3/2 A equals 60 times 2 over 3. Multiply by the reciprocal, that's how you get rid of that. A is going to equal 40 grapes. And then you define B, we got to plug in, so 1/2 times 40 plus 2, which is going to be, half of 40 is 20, plus 2 equals 22 blueberries. Okay? This is hard stuff, guys, so if you're still struggling, just stick with me and keep writing down these examples. You'll be fine. We'll take care of you. All right, let R equal red balloons. You can write down this problem and try it if you want real quick. R equals red balloons and B equals blue balloons. You make 5 less than 4 times as many red balloons as blue ones. So we're going to use blue. That's going to be our marking point, our starting point. Write blue balloons in terms of red balloons and vice versa. This one we're actually not solving. We don't know how many balloons we've made total. We're going to just write it each in either other terms, basically, okay? We have red equals R, blue equals B. So, you make 5 less than 4 times as many red balloons as blue ones. So we're describing red balloons in terms of blue ones. So 5 less is minus 5, right? And then we have 4 times. So we have 4B minus 5. So actually that's actually it for this part right here. R equals 4B minus 5. That is one of the writing red balloons in terms of blue balloons. Now we're doing vice versa. So how do we do vice versa? Well, we're going to do our solving. So we're going to do R equals 4B minus 5. Now we're going to solve for b. We're going to get b by itself. So how do I get b by itself? What am I going to do first? I'm going to add 5. So now I have r plus 5 equals 4b. Next step is to divide by 4. So b equals r plus 5 all over 4. So now we have r in terms of b, and now we have b in terms of r. Okay, that means like using the other variable to describe the other variable, right? All right, and that's it for the second video. Thanks for watching. Hopefully this makes a little bit more sense. And stick with it. This is hard stuff. Thanks for watching. We'll see. Have a great day, and we'll talk soon.